How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. And it is Oatwine. Oatwine time. In the form of Duclaw Brewing's Obol. I think that's how you say it. Oatwines. I don't remember ever having Oatwine. I know I've had them. I know I've had blends. But I don't know if I've ever had just a straight up Oatwine before. Like I said, I'm sure I have. But this is the first one I'm reviewing. So there you go. Excuse me. As far as what it says on the bottle. Duclaw Brewing, Obol, Woat. Is that the word? Oatwine style ale. 9% alcohol by volume. Drink responsibly. I'm prepared to depart with this brown, full-bodied ale. A velvety mouthfeel leads to a final destination of roasted malt, warm bready notes, and subtle hops. Pop the top. Pour the fare on your tongue because everyone pays the ferryman. Respect the fluid. That's pretty much it. Very Duclaw and labeling. Like I said, if you've watched any of my Duclaw reviews, I call them kind of dude bro kind of labeling. Very like Monster Energy drinkish, stylish. But this one I kind of dig more than the most. Just from the lettering to the background design, it's like a Mayan Inca kind of thing going on there. I just dig it. Nordic, maybe. I don't know. All I know is I dig it. Lettering, not too ostentatious, not like splattered, extreme lettering all over the place. So there you go. So yeah, I really like Duclaw. I think they're an underrated brewery. I think they do a lot of beers really well. Some lower ABV stuff. I think they do. That's a very cool color. I think they do a lot of their bigger beers. Very well when it comes to their American barley wines and their bourbon barrel aged stuff. Their beers, their price point, the whole nine is usually pretty on point. So it's one of the breweries that I kind of like. I don't want to say I shit on them, but I was just like, whatever. And then once I started really just screw it, drink the beer, see what you think. And once I started to actually get into the brewery, I was like, especially at their price point, I was like, okay, these guys don't suck. Finger north of clear white, because white is not clear. North of white, south of khaki. Decently creamy, pretty compact bubbles so you get to the top. Then it gets kind of neurotic. And it has this really, really pretty orange, brownish tint of reddish hue with a very particulate-laden haze. It's not necessarily the actual food itself is hazy. There's just not super microscopic bits in there, but they're not small, medium, or large. They're somewhere between microscopic and small, and it just gives it this really nice kind of haze I want with my higher ABV wine beers. Your Wheatwine, your Barleywine, your Oatwines. Even though this is the first one I'm reviewing, it just looks really, really delicious. It looks like there's going to be a packful flavor to it, just based off the color. So yeah, let's get a nose on her. I can get it. Do you know what I mean? I love barley wines. It's one of my favorite styles of beers. I really enjoy Wheatwines. It's because it added, I guess, dash of that wheat brings a little bit more earthiness, a little bit more kind of, I don't know, a little bit more grainy, earthy, kind of almost like oakiness without the barrel aging to it. With this, the oats, it smells like you're getting the same kind of wheat wine vibe, but a little bit more, for lack of a better word, fluffy. And I anticipate this having a really nice mouthfeel. I mean, you want to get mouthfeel in a beer, you want to throw some oats in there. So you're talking about an oat wine, it should not lack in the mouthfeel factor. So hopefully that's true. Yeah, I'm just getting it. It's a lot of boozy phenolics, but it's not like burny. All the flavors that you're getting are based off of that booziness, but it's a candied. What am I looking for here? It's a candied fruit is what I'm getting from this. Yeah, I'm getting like a candied fruit. If you were to take you know those really, and I'm not a big fan of these, but I am in this beer, which is kind of retarded. You have those cherry candies not cherry, strawberry candies that actually have the strawberry wrapper, and it's hard candy, and there's like the gel inside those. That's the kind of vibe I'm getting this, except don't make it strawberry. Make it more like a dark fruity juiciness. Like I think there's like, if you were to mix some cherry with a little bit of blueberry, a little bit of raspberry, all like that, and made that like that jelly kind of candied center part of it, and then wrap it around a little bit of caramel, because there's definitely caramel going on in there. Yeah. Now, huge whiff, a little bit more caramel, a little bit more kind of brown sugary nougatness in there. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. I'm getting like a candied kind of berry-ish vibe from it, but with caramel going on, which sounds like it doesn't fucking suck. It doesn't smell old. That's the difference. Like a lot of times, like drinking like a like an old ale or an American, or not American, English barley wine, you get a lot of the same notes. You know, like caramels with, you know, rich dark fruitiness that's sweet, but it's but that smells like it has like a little bit old time beer. It smells like it has like a bit more caramelization, I guess it would going on, to where it was kind of reduced to where it was a bit more richer. This is a little bit brighter candy and a little bit of the fresher caramel kind of wrapped around it. Yeah, I'm gonna dive in because it all smells awesome. Cheers. Muted. You're kind of getting, you see, I got all that in the nose, and I was hoping, okay, hopefully the mouth, all that kind of pops. It's a little bit less. Definite booze in there. I mean, it's 9%. It's not one of the higher ABV beers. 9% alcohol. It's not one of the higher ABV beers that Duclaw does, but the booziness is there. That kind of candied berryness with a little bit of caramels going on, but it's a little bit more muted than I thought it would be in the nose. It's there, but it's definitely being beaten back a little bit by the alcohol. Which will lead me to the next thing. And that's pretty much it. A nice mouthfeel. Not as creamy as I thought it would be, being an oat wine. Nice mouthfeel. Which leads me to this. Time. I just think it needs... I think this and a lot of the beers they do, to me, are like cellar champions. You know what I mean? Like a lot of Duclaw stuff, because I've had it aged, but just a way drinking this and basing it off of experience. I think if you got a case of this and you let it sit for 5 to 10 years, and some people out there are like, 5 to fucking 10 years? Who does that? Well, people do that. I think you might end up with like a fucking killer cellar beer. Excuse me. Yeah. Not too shabby of a beer straight off the chute, but it's lacking a wow factor for me. It's lacking any kind of like inspirational flavor to kind of just jump out and kind of be its signature. But what I am getting out of that kind of candied berry and caramel, I think those are just going to grow and become something robust and huge over time. Could be wrong, but I'd bet money I wouldn't be. So there you go. So let's talk about it. It's one of the better oat wines I've had as of late. It, by default, I'd have to say yes, but it's not something that I would say, let's say it's is it one of the better oat, wheat, barley wines I've had as of late? Lump it in that category? No. Would I buy it again? Yes. Purely for the cellar factor. And it's not like I'm like, okay, I want to cellar this because I want to see what it turns into. Sure. That's part of it. But I would buy this and cellar this with almost absolute polygraph test passing assurance that this is going to turn into something great. Because that's what I feel like it's going to be. Value and availability. It's Duclaw. You know, it comes in a 6-pack. I bought it as a single, but it comes in a 6-pack, so it's probably like $14, which does not suck. Availability, it's Duclaw. If you're in their distribution area, chances are you see it. And just say, if you like this, if you like cellaring beers, you'll like this. Because I think this is where this shines. It's something you want to pick up and just let it sit and just let let's see what it kind of turns into, because I think it might turn into something pretty damn fucking good. So there you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. If you did or you didn't or somewhere in between, please leave a comment in the comment section below. And like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. If you want to check us out anywhere else on the internet, you can. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, and all 4 of those places. And yeah, another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a nice oat wine right now. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.